Lee, a nice distraction this week from the rigours of league action with the Scottish Cup, and you must be looking forward to going up to Cove for the start of the double header.
Nah, really looking forward to it, to be honest with you. Good trip up there. We did well the first time we went up there earlier on in the season. We understand obviously they've got a new manager now, so there'll be different questions asked. Players will suddenly have an opportunity where they've not had an opportunity with a previous manager. Other players, so he'll still be finding his feet. Brought one or two new players in and see that, so no, a nice little test for us.
You go into it though on the back of a couple of decent results obviously in the league. You've got back on track and things are obviously, spirits in the camp are obviously high.
Spirits have been high in the camp all season, to be honest with you. We've got a great group amongst the lads, but yeah, off the back of 2 defeats, in difficult circumstances and difficult conditions, to take 4 out of 6 points has been good for us. Helps with the confidence, and as you say, it's good to get that little bit of distraction away from the league and see if we can get into the next round of the cup.
How much does it's obviously twice in 6 days you're going up to Cove, how much does that cause a disruption to the squad in terms of preparation, or is it just take it as it comes?
I take it as it comes, that's fine, that can happen in football. I'm so used to it, having been down south where you're away from home a couple of times. You can be at Plymouth one week and then Portsmouth the next week. You can handle that, so listen, we won't use any excuses for that side of things. We're just looking forward to it.
In terms of the squad, you've obviously got your injuries, troubles to seek there. How's the squad looking?
There'll be 1 or 2 changes, some of them we can't help, and a couple of other lads might get an opportunity in this game, see how we go. So yeah, a little freshen up, a little change, and we're looking forward.
A couple of bad bits of news over the last week. Well, you lost Logan, and now you're been notified this week that you've lost Brad going back down to Aston Villa. How's that affected your squad?
Obviously we're two players down in squad size and things like that, 2 talented young players that have played their parts this season. Personally, I mean, Logan's probably one of the most talented kids I've ever worked with. He's got so much ability, but he's never hidden the fact that he's wanted the opportunity to play down in England, and he's got that now, and we just wish him all the very, very best. Brad was one that came in and had really positive points. He'll be disappointed once or twice, but he's one of them that where he's just felt a little bit homesick. We've got to understand that, and it maybe opens up a little bit of opportunity for us to try and do something within this window. But we won't bring players in just for the sake of it.
So it's very much looking to forward-footed players for this window?
Yeah, I think so. As it stands at the moment, Frankie shouldn't be too far away, hopefully. So defensively, Jordan's back. So we've got Jordan Nick there, you've got Finn and Paddy the other side. We've got Alex and Sean have done sterling work, and hopefully we'll have Frankie back very, very soon. So yeah, probably those are the type of areas, maybe midfield as well. I don't know. It'd be nice to get a couple of faces in, shall we say, but as I say, I just won't bring people in just for the sake of it.
What's the Murdy situation at the moment?
Hopefully he's back on the grass on Monday. So we could have forced him this week, but I didn't want to. I think the league game up at Cove is probably more important. So we've eased him off it a little bit this week, try and push him through for next week, and hopefully he comes through it okay for the Cove game. If not, game after that's fine, Queen's Park.
Lee, the performance up at Cove earlier on this season was probably one of the best, if not the best performances as a team. How much can you take from that game for Saturday? Or probably an entirely different 90 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's probably the most controlled we've been in any game at all this season. And we played some really good stuff. We looked composed. I thought the players showed a lot of personality in that game, and we're trying to get back to that. It's been difficult the last couple of weeks because Somerset, the pitch has been horrendous with the amount of rain it's had in it. So sometimes you just got to play the conditions. But back up there on the AstroTurf up there, we're hoping to put on a good show, try and get a little bit more control in the game, move the ball and pass the ball a little bit better. But again, all plans can go out the window very, very quickly depending on what the opposition decide to do. So we'll adjust, we'll move, and we'll be pretty fluid in what we need to do, but we will go with a game plan. But as with anything, game plans can go out the window within the first 5 minutes depending on what happens in any game.
And obviously it's a big chance for both sides in it with a carrot in
it really
the next
is.
round.
Absolutely. I'm sure Coven are looking at it as a great opportunity, a home tie against the team that they drew against last time out down here at Somerset. So they'll harbour ambitions to get into the next round and hopefully get a good draw. We've got the exact same target as well.
Jayden, good to see you first of all. It's been a while since you've had a good run in the team, but you're back and firing and fit again.
Yeah, it's been a little while. I've had a few problems here and there, but now I'm all back now and I'm ready to go, heads down and focused again.
And you were saying off camera that this is the first time you've probably really felt fit, among yourself, because you've had a hard run since the start of the season, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had a few knocks here. I've had a few problems with my groin, and obviously just come back from an illness a few weeks ago, which now fully recovered. So, like I said, I'm back now and I'm ready to go again.
And the illness you were talking about was, it was the flu, but it was a pretty serious version of the flu, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Majority of people in the team had quite a bad cough and a cold, but it affected me a little bit worse than others. So, like I said, the club was good to me, let me rest up, looked after me, kept giving me messages and that. But now I'm back. Now I'm all fine.
And how important is it for you to kind of establish yourself and now get a run of games and show the fans what you can do?
Yeah, that's the main thing now. It's been a sort of stop-start for me, obviously with injuries and illness. But now it's a good time for me to get a run of games, consistency, and bring what I can bring to the team in the games.
Because you've managed, it would be fair to say, to have an impact whenever you've come on, for a wee cameo run. But is it for you about getting starts in the team now?
Yeah, that's the main thing. Obviously, everyone wants to start, but it's nice to hopefully, if I can, get a nice run of games and be the best I can be. And like I say, consistency is the main thing in football nowadays. It's doing it every weekend. So it's like I said, bringing what I can do to the team, and hopefully can keep striving high for the team as well.
And how have you found, playing on the pitches up here in Scotland? Because last week it was pretty tough, but you had one of the key moments, winning the penalty in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, I've never played in a game like that last weekend, but like I said, it was a sort of game that I needed to play in. It's a game where if you don't play in those games, you don't really play this sort of football. Do you know what I mean? You're going to get that in any sort of football game. So it was a tough game. It was a grindy result as well. It was a fair result for both sides. The conditions weren't the best, as you see, as everyone sees. So, like I said, it's hopefully now it's kicking on to the next game, which is coming up on Saturday.
Now, you were saying again off camera about your illness that you had that's held you back your return to the team. Now, you played 45 minutes against Dundee. Was that a step too far at the time?
It wasn't a step too far. I think I sort of needed it. I needed to get the sickness out of my system a bit more, like getting the run in and all that. But no, it was like I say, it weren't the best illness, but hopefully I don't get that. Hopefully it don't come back again. Do you know what I mean?
How much do you know about the Cove team that you're coming up to play against at the weekend?
Well, I know they got a new manager that's just come in. They've made a couple of loan signings, a few new signings, but that doesn't faze us. We're just there to win the game and get through into the next round.
How much would it need to yourself and the team to get into that next round?
It'd be massive. Obviously, it'd be massive for the club, and it'd be massive for ourselves as well. It's getting into that next round. You never know. You can get Celtic, Rangers, any of the big teams. So it's a big step for us.